Hi everyone, I'm Eszter Kovacs, co-founder of Drone Talks, and here we have Miriam from Drone Life. This is our second interview. Thanks Miriam for coming for the highlight of the event.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
Fantastic. So I should admit that I was super busy at the booth, so I'm a little bit behind regarding the panels and the program. But what is an amazing news that Miriam is everywhere and she knows everything by now. So Miriam, what is hot? I heard something about the Counterdrone security drone solutions, some gossips on the corridor.
Yes.
So what happened regarding that?
Yes, so this has been a great show. I've been able to go to a lot of different sessions, and one of them yesterday, this was one of the sessions powered by Commercial UAV Expo on security and counter-drone and how individual cities will be dealing with sort of their security and counter-drone plans as they implement urban air mobility and commercial drone ops. The city of Amsterdam did a great presentation, and what they really talked about, Esther, was the fact that you need more than just one technology solution. You've got to have a framework. You've got to educate people on where it's okay to fly and where it isn't. You do have to have the technology to be able to identify rogue drones, so to speak. That's what we call it in the US, when you're flying where you don't belong. And you have to have the enforcement. So for the city of Amsterdam, that's a real partnership between city authorities and the police. They can identify operators and go after them when it's important. But basically what we're hearing is, hey, this isn't just a quick technology fix. This is something you've got to work out a good plan for in advance.
Yeah, and counter-drone solutions very much needed. We had a lot of challenges at airports previously, like Gatwick, a few years ago. So I think this is always a hot topic. This is always something people talk about. But, you mentioned cities, huh? So that's the other topic here, which I am hearing a lot about. Are cities ready for these big words coming, the UAM market? Are they prepared or they're not? What's your impressions based on these panels,
So one of the great panels that I got to sit in on yesterday was a panel about cities working on creating multimodal transportation hubs. And this is the concept that you're going to integrate passenger eVTOLs, whether they're crewed or uncrewed, eventually into your existing transit systems. And, way back, Uber had started working on this, on making their app not just about ride share, but about whatever the best mode of transportation would be. I think cities are planning for that also. Can you take a train where it's appropriate to take a train and then take the passenger eVTOL the next step of the way? But what we're really hearing from all of the cities that participated was that the goal here is zero emissions. This is the primary goal. And so they're willing to kind of integrate bicycle traffic, electric ground vehicles, so better and upgraded ground transportation along with passenger eVTOL and UAM systems.
You know what I love the most in this? Like, finally we are not in our own bubble, talking only with CAAs and ANSPs, but finally we start to talk with transport ministries, and city planners and cities. So finally we are out of our own bubble and open the discussion towards them. So I really love that initiative, I should say that. And I think the last topic of ours today, because we always pick three in every chat we have, is that what's going on regarding use space? Are we ready? Cities ready? And ecosystem ready? Are we ready to have use place in Europe? What's your takeaway on this?
So really interesting, and this is more kind of the buzz that I've heard all around this show. Of course, this show is the show for European regulators here, and so for those in the US who may not know this, use space is set to be implemented in January of 2023. The member states are responsible for implementing this. The word I'm hearing is that it may not happen in January of 2023 for all member states. There's really a lot of work to be done. So just decisions to be made about where those use space areas are going to be, how they're going to be implemented, what the common information system looks like, all of those decisions have to happen quickly if we're going to get implemented by January of 2023.
I agree with you. And what is also super interesting, that not every country going to behave the same, going to operate the same, and I think the country needs to develop their own way of implementing use space on a level, but it should be harmonized. It should be able to create cross-country operations. So it's going to be super excited how they do that. Thank you so much, Miriam, for the chat. It's always lovely talking to you. You're one of my favorites. I should admit that. And before we close this discussion, just a quick recap. Today at 2:00 at Expert Theater, we will have the Women Behind the Drone Revolution session, which I'm moderating. We will have fantastic women on the stage. So please come and join us there.